Nag her into the Chaos Ways, right? These auto resolves are the best. Convenient. Yeah, well, we already fought this. We had a rebellion that was pretty much the same thing, only stronger down here, and beat it on the battlefield, so I feel like okay auto-calculating that, because I know I can win. Alright, so what the heck is this?
No.
Nonsense.
I refuse. Cease.
Alright.
My anger burns bright.
So, we've got some beat-up slayers. We got like 3 armies of like beat-up dudes that can roll in here and make this shit happen, I guess.
This is for war.
Let's roll.
Let's just be about
Roll you up to there. Roll you up to there. We don't have a lightning strike on anybody here, do we? I don't think so. No. You don't have lightning strike, do you? He might, but I don't think he does. No, not enough blue skills. He was working his way towards it.
I'm down already.
I'm down already.
I'd wither.
Alright, so this army's in march stance, so that's good for us.
Never.
And this army's beat up. I mean, our armies are beat up as well, but I think we'll be alright. See if he just retreats. Is he gonna... We're gonna do this? We're gonna do this. Alright. Frickin' Slayer Boogaloo right here. Let's do it. Let's go. On a big open field with like no terrain. Nice. Works for me. Eric Gerhoff. Alright. The question is which one of these is my better army? I guess I'll just set up in the middle and we'll sort it out as it happens. Let's make sure we're in range here right off the bat with our cannons. So I want to just shoot him in the face before his reinforcements start showing up. My reinforcements are pretty fast and his are... I mean, he has cav, which will be fast, but on the whole, like, our infantry moves a lot faster than his does.
For the ancestor gods!
For the ancestor gods.
For Grenadier!
Alright, should be fine. Put you guys on like 2 or something so I can keep track of you. And I'll put these guys on like 9, just so I know which cannons they are. Alright, looks good. We want to take out this Mortis engine as fast as we can. Oh my gosh, there's so many eagle. Let's bring you guys up. Bring you up.
If they get close, not them!
If they get close, not them!
If they get close, not them!
Alright, okay, so this is, like, both of my other armies are coming on from this side. Gotcha. Alright, we'll start swinging here. Put you guys on 3.
Nothing can stop us!
And you 2 guys. Send you up there and up here. Throw another run of you guys down this way. Send you down here as well. Alright, what do we got over here anyways? Jeez. I wish I could just tell these guys to not come on the board. I would much rather have more Slayers on the board than have, like, these depleted freaking units appear. Alright, so I don't even have like, my other cannons, so I guess we'll just move these guys up. Did we get that? So many terror guys coming in. Yeah, we got that. The Mortis engine dead, so that's good. You guys are gonna come out at me, and we'll just give it to you. Push you guys up this way. You guys in as well to give boosts. Just put you over here on the hill, I guess. Guys down over that. Slow them.
Quickly now!
There we go.
It's short order! March!
Arrange that real quick.
For Grenadier!
Should you guys go here, I guess?
Adu!
I suppose I could retreat the terrible units. That is a good point. Which I probably should do, honestly. Actually, no, wait, I can't retreat the terrible units because of the way this fight is. Normally, I'd be able to retreat the terrible units, but this fight is not going to allow me to do that. Because they're part of a garrison force, so they have nowhere to run to. Really? Alright. Let's crush what we have out on the field right now.
Yes! Obey me! We will have vengeance!
So I'm stuck with them. Unfortunately. Do we have ballistic calibrations? We do. Here, get over here.
Defiant and unbowed! The clans unite!
You up as well.
Slayers!
There we go. One of the enemy leaders is down. Bring you guys up here. There we go. That Terrorgeist is going to go down. There it goes. Killers! Pull you back. What do we got for range on our guns right now?
Select target!
We should be able to hit that.
We have scores to settle! Nothing can
Shoot that stuff out that way.
Yes! Kill Orcs! That'll do!
That'll do.
Clans unite!
Shoot back around this way. I wish I could charge these frickin' flyers, but unfortunately I can't because they're flying.
Slayers!
I can't charge these guys though.
Yes! Slayers!
Let's push you guys up the center.
Understood, Lord.
You guys charge that.
It is a reckoning!
You guys charge that.
Feeding on blood!
Hit you guys with this. Move you guys in there.
Kill them! Slayers! Move to attack!
Slow this enemy cab if they decide they want to move. Let's charge the mortis engine. Take care of that.
For the ancestors!
Cab's almost dead. Good. We got here flyers. Okay. Let's engage the flyers with the ranged units. That's getting swamped, so that's good. Let's try to push you guys up towards the center line. Because that'll be dead shortly. You come this way. You have all kinds of fun toys. Start pulling shit. I am ready. Get that going on. These slayers need to back up. Down to 5. Put them on control 0. So we don't. So we can try our best not to lose them. You guys push up into there. That up. After this, we need to pull some of you guys back and re-shove this shit up into here. Do I have any more casting on this side? Not really, unfortunately.
Down for the ancestor gods.
Yeah. Got a freaking Terrorgeist in my backfield here. I think I got a couple of them. This one's low though. Try not to lose my engineer here. Just pull that to stop that guy from moving. Unfortunately, it's flying, which is problematic. So you guys go this way. You guys over there. Alright, how we do up on this hill? We got guys that aren't freaking doing shit. So pull that. That. You pull that and that. A lot of freaking guys on this side. We get that Terrorgeist dealt with? Not quite. It's almost dead. This Terrorgeist on top. My engineer over here as well. So apparently they're obsessed with my engineers. Thankfully the engineer survived, so we're good there. You guys. Pull it back off the line. You guys as well. Shift you guys out a little bit. There's another mortis engine coming in we'll have to deal with, which I think we should be able to. Let's hit that. You guys. You guys charge down this hill. You guys push up here. You guys push up over here. The center line's got problems. Enemy cav causing issues. Nice shift. Fucking terrorgeist on my backside, in my backfield over here. Pull that way. Pull you guys back out. Pull you guys back out. Freaking terrorgeist, man. You guys. There. Pull you guys back. Slayers get on that. You get on this as well. Ah, these guys are down to 3. God damn it. Screw you, terrorgeist. There we go.
Nothing can stop us! Warriors!
Should be everybody dying then.
Slayers! Let the vengeance begin!
Is my cannon still fucking firing?
Cannon!
Who's left? Oh, he's just got leaders left. Okay.
Yes, Lord!
Just swamp that shit. There we go. How much you down host slopes magnify charge bonus? Unfortunately, they do not. Like Slander is saying. Which hills should play a lot bigger role, I feel like, in Warhammer than they do. I don't know why they don't. Why they're not as impactful, because older Total War games, hills were a lot more beneficial. So, yeah, I don't know. You do run slower up a hill, though. So, if you're standing on top of a hill, it does take more for the enemy to get to you. So, there is that benefit, at least, but... Alright, one of these armies is just deleted because it was moving fast. We did lose a Slayer unit, I think. Out of all that, because I didn't get him pulled back fast enough. Overall, not too bad, though. Rally.
It is time. On my way.
Roll back up in here, I guess.
Time for a reckoning.
Everything is low as shit. Mason, wall breaker. Wall breaker, I guess, sure, whatever. Not really important when I get there. Lost 2 or 3 Slayer units. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I suppose this unit. Yeah, I think this unit lost maybe 2. This guy's fine, obviously. We got all his stuff. He's still got 20. And this guy may have lost 1 as well.
For the wisdom of Valea.
I'd wither first.
This kind of stuff is also very irritating. It's like you win a fight and they're just next turn they'll be back up to full health, basically. Those of all the vampire corruption. Let's see. With what we have, we should be able to knock these guys out at least. Yeah, line of sight, essentially. Yeah, being able to shoot over the top of things is quite useful. But there's no, like, stat benefit to it. I don't think there's even, like, a leadership benefit or anything like that. Hey, Dylan Masters. What up?
Slayers!
You guys have control 0, and have you go back here. Yeah.
The clans unite! We demand blood!
Just do this.
Vengeance!
At least I didn't lose my engineers. That
Unite!
could have been annoying.
Slayers!
Managed to not do that, so that's good. Those terror guys for trying, bless their hearts.
Slayers!
How you doing there, Blood Knights? You like guns? Yeah, guns.
Ready! Strike out! Strike out!
Let's peel back here.
Slayers! It is a reckoning!
Yeah, it is. They're like, nah, we'll charge into these guys instead.
Slayers! Yes!
It's fine though. Not that big of a deal.
Kazakan, ha! Move now!
Let's have them shoot at whatever.
We have scores to settle!
Have them shoot at whatever at this point. Jeebus. Why not shoot our own guys, please? I don't know about that, bud. Pretty committed to the whole shooting our own guys thing. Oh, Blood Knights. Skeleton. So yeah, that's honestly, in general, that's one of the bigger issues with a lot of the Total War Warhammer maps, is that there's not really, other than potentially grabbing a hill so you can like shoot over the top of something, or trying to make the enemy move up a little bit slower, there's not like a heck of a lot of advantages to grabbing lots of different terrain features. At least not how the maps are set up. Like, or most of the maps are set up. Some of the maps are decent for like looking at the map and being like, oh, if I set up like with my guys span between this rock, and then like I have some trees over here, so I can put some hidden dudes over here to help out, or I'm gonna set up on this hillside, so that I can like put some guys behind this and like flank or some shit. You know, most of the maps are just kind of like really, just kind of like spattered terrain features. So
It's in belts.
it's just kind of like, well, this hill is kind of like in the middle, and there's some trees here, and there's no really good way to set up. It's just kind of a mess, so just do it the best you can. And there's not like a huge advantage to holding any particular piece of terrain in that situation, because it's just a mess to begin with. Yay, immortality. So
Do not
some of the older Total War maps, I think, are a little bit better about that, but it seems like the newer ones are just kind of like some hills and trees. Go. Okay. Oftentimes, lots of trees, like a metric crap ton of trees. We're fighting in a lot less trees right now because a lot of these are, or some of these are the older maps because we're fighting in the Empire, obviously. Also, these maps where you like the attacker starts in like the direct backside of a hill. It's not quite as bad for me as a faction, but if you're a ranged faction, this is a huge pain in the ass.
For the ancestors!
Like, I'm attacking, and I have to either like back up to here and try to get the enemy to span this gap, or I have to try to like run forward like 16 feet before I can actually start doing what I want to do.
They have wronged us!
They have wronged us.
Cannon!
Alright.
We demand blood!
There are a couple maps like that where you're just like, the attacker starts on the small like backside of the hill for some reason.
The runes glow!
Alright, you and you.
Vengeance! Slayers!
Can't get worse than one, the maps from the Wood Elf DLC, or two, the maps that are 90% trees. Yeah, those are a thing, to be sure. Not exactly sure what those are all about. I mean, honestly, it'd be fine if there were a couple of maps like that. There's just a lot of maps like that, it seems like.
Ready!
It's just like freaking trees. Also, they made the trees a lot thicker in. They made the trees a lot thicker in Warhammer 2 for some reason as well. So you can't like. They're harder to see through. Blue Group 10. I don't think I've ever seen Group 10 before. Group 10 is my my oh shit troops that are like too beat up to really actually engage properly. But if I need to use them, I can just be like, oh my gosh, call in the Suicide Squad. You know? So they usually just gotta sit back until things get really, really, really horrendously bad, if it ever reaches that point.
We will have vengeance.
Royal Breakers.
Strike out. Let
And also that Terrorgeist breath attack. It's a pain in the butt. I tell you what. Alright, let's shoot this freaking Mortis engine down, shall we? Suicide Squad is just Slayers in general. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. Speaking of Suicide Squad, I need to stop killing my own guys here. The other irritating thing about vampires is I have no real way to stop their flyers, so I just gotta wait for them to start messing my shit up, and then I go in on them.
Vengeance, go!
Yeah, the computer wants to fly away. He can. You know, what can I do? What can I do? Oh, jeebus. There's still 12 guys left in this unit. They're just really beat up. Just run you guys around and out. I think a lot of this damage is actually coming from my own archers, to be honest.
Slayers! Nothing can stop us!
There we go.
Move now!
Run back.
Move!
There we go. Cool. Alright, well, that's those 3 armies dealt with. Jeebus. Remember when you wanted to go to sleep before midnight? That clearly has not happened. And it's even later there for you than it is here. For you, it's like freaking... It's like past 1 a.m., isn't it? Slayers not actively trying to die, they just seek the more and more dangerous foe until their oath is filled. Would you want to be known as the Slayer who died to a filthy zombie or peasant? Yeah, it's true. Slayers don't... It's not like Slayers are suicidal, per se. Like, they just look for the best fight, essentially. And if nobody can kill them, in the case of, like, Ungrim, then you just remain a Slayer. Just trying to get murdered by bigger and bigger shit.
Move. Time for a reckoning.
Yeah, you're going to bed. Sounds good, mate. Good luck.
It is time.
It is time. Alright, so we managed to push through those armies, so that's good. It's a massive step in the right direction because that was a huge pile up. If I can get up to Wissenberg, I think it is. Iron Will, there we go. Yeah, I can get up to Wissenberg. So if we can capture that, then we can start pushing towards Nuln, and we'll actually have gained ground. Huzzah. Rune of Fury. We want to get Rune of Negation as fast as we can, obviously. Alright, so let's head up to Wissenberg. Once again, we'll have to fight because otherwise it'll kill off my low Slayers. Okay. Rentke Gerhoff. Got an interesting name there, Gerhoff. Alright, so who's going to 10 today? You, and you. We got more people in the frickin' triage group than I have actually in the front line at this point. Then again, if you put all these guys together, they may still be less units than this. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. It's pretty close, actually.
Cannon!
Aye.
Ready! For the High King!
How high is he?
Justine! War of vengeance!
Considering all the vampires we're fighting,
The
probably pretty high.
Dominator
Alright, let's do it.
Understood. We demand blood.
Push.
Select target. Vengeance.
Let's shoot bats, because screw bats. Nobody likes bats.
Let me get my tools.
It may not be the most efficient, but it is the most enjoyable.
It is a reckoning. Attack!
What up, boys?
Attack the
Let's go. Gotta watch my slayers here. Oh no, the zombies. Or how would you like to be known as the Slayer that got shot to death by his own ally? That is oftentimes what happens. My rangers just do not give a crap half the time.
We have scores to settle.
Friendly fire is very, very likely and very predominant when you're fighting with Slayers. When you're fighting with a bunch of guys that have a shit ton of armor, like freaking like Iron Breakers or something, it's not really that big of a deal, but you can mess yourself up pretty quick when your front line is Slayers. Alright. Huzzah! Occupy. Alright, so Nuln obviously has a lot of shit in it that we need to take.
Let us begin. Onward.
Seeing as how,
The throng agrees.
just max this army back out again real quick. Do I have the ability to build any more engineers? I do. I actually can build 2 master engineers right now. The question is, where can I build master engineers? We're the highest level. I think 7 is the highest level I can get for master engineers. Pretty sure. So Barak Var, I guess, is pretty close. Yeah, I think Barak Var is going to be the closest. Yeah. Okay. So we can get... Well, first off, so we'll cancel one of those Slayers. We'll get a master engineer constructed and head him up over there. Building, success chance, Strider. Yeah, that's nice.
What can I do?
Strider. That Lord tried to keep up with the Slayers. Like, come on, dudes, wait up. Yeah, that's one of the other things about Slayers is they outpace your frickin' leadership. Hey guys, you wait a second. Whew. There we go. Now we probably don't need it anymore. We'll get lightning strike. How are we doing here? This army should be just about healed again. Yeah, next turn we'll be good to go. We'll move down here and start dealing with Steinbeck Posner.
My axe thirsts for war.
I'll have to get his army rebuilt.
My anger burns bright.
Just run him down to the Vault Anvil, I guess.
If you say so, beardling.
Get him some more cannons, I suppose. Sure, why not? I mean, honestly, if I had high enough tierage in my artillery buildings, some flame cannons wouldn't be too bad, considering what I'm fighting. I just don't have the Engineer Guild Hall over here to build them. Wow, it's only a +3? Jeez, crazy. Well, I suppose I only have... It's only a two settlement region, and I don't have... I mean, I get rid of this and put in another... There's actually no reason to have this. Anyway, let's get rid of that, and we'll put in some more public order shit. But yeah, like flame cannons against the undead would actually be pretty effective. Because I don't have to defeat enemy artillery because, well, they don't have any.
It is time.
It is time. Alright, you can bounce into there for the moment.
Ready.
Alright. We just do this.
Axis.
What does this look like? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll just do that. Get off my settlement, you. That can keep doing its thing. Alright. So that stuff's doing that. We'll have to deal with this guy.
Cease.
Well, that guy's freaking beat to shit. Holy crap. Karak Kadrin armies don't need artillery. They only need slayers with a great will to die. I mean, honestly, yes. The only reason why I have artillery in my armies, really, is to shoot, like, hell cannons and stuff. Or, in the case of, like, the worst case scenario, if you're fighting things like rocket batteries and stuff, which I don't have to because the Empire doesn't exist anymore. Also, they would have been probably been my friend anyway, but still. If they didn't die to the vampires. So, I mean, I really don't need 2 cannons. I really don't need 2 cannons in my armies. I really only need 1, because if I encounter a hell cannon, I can just shoot it and kill it in like 3 shots, but still. I guess it's good for picking up mortis engines when you're fighting the vampires.
The Slayer in me seeks death.
Because it's very hard for Hello. Crap is this nonsense? It's very hard for Slayers to kill mortis engines because of the weird-ass hitbox of the unit. At least it's hard to kill mortis engines when they're not, like, alone. If they're in with other units, it becomes a huge pain in the butt. If they're just by themselves, it's not too bad. But if you can't get a surround on them, it's very difficult to actually hit them, despite them having like 14 melee defense. You should be able to walk up and delete them. It's like, you have 14 melee defense, and I have like 120 melee attack. How are you not dying instantaneously?
Yes.
I might be able to get to him. Maybe. I mean, I definitely could get to him. Are Hive still around? I actually don't know. Doesn't look like it. But I have been so caught... Well, I mean, I start on this edge of the map, and then I start over on this right-hand side, and then I fought south. And then now I'm fighting off this way, so this is the first time I've actually seen this coastline. So I have no idea. But it looks like a lot of their shit's on fire. How do you find the radius mod? I wanted to give it a try. If you go to the workshop in Steam, and probably if you just type radius, you'll find it. It's all Skaven, it might be. Very well might be. Kislev.
Choose your words carefully.
They have 2 settlements. Where the hell are they? I think those guys' 2 settlements are Gorsel. I know it's Gorsel. Not sure where the other one would be though. Yeah, it points me at Gorsel, obviously, for that one. Unless they own, like, Corone or something, randomly. It's freaking weird they own all the way over here, to be honest. Okay. Oh, okay, I gotcha. What do I think about Radius mod? I think it's okay, but I prefer SFO over Radius. It's a lot of... I haven't played Radius in a really long time, so maybe it's changed since last time I played it. But it does a lot more, like, weird balancing of all the factions to kind of make... But it makes them a little bit more all samey because it tries to achieve balance. Whereas SFO generally just tries to give you fun shit to play with, for the most part. It's more lore-friendly. So, like I said, I prefer SFO over Radius, but I can see what Radius is trying to do. I understand it. I just don't personally like it as much. But, again, I also haven't played it for a long time, so maybe it's great right now. Oh, okay, I gotcha. What do I think about Radius mod? I think it's okay, but I prefer SFO over Radius. It's a lot of... I haven't played it in a really long time, so maybe it's great right now. But again, I also haven't played it for a long time, so maybe it's great right now. Dunno. There we go. Let's get that. Let's see. Yeah, sure. Let's go one of these. Hey, you're welcome, man. Whip Darth mod, right? Poor Darth.
Master of runecraft.
For the wisdom of Valea.
Does anybody actually know what happened to Darth? Did he just stop making mods, or did some nonsense occur that he didn't make mods anymore? Or does he still make mods? He just doesn't like have them like under his just his name.
Yes.
I don't really keep track of modders. He was done? Okay. That's what I thought I heard, but yeah, I don't really like pay a shit ton of attention, so I just remember that he obviously he can't find his shit anymore. I think you can still find his mods for Shogun though, right? They might be still shared on some platforms. Alright. So I think we're done for the turn, and like I said, we made some progress. Forward progress. Huzzah! Our bait worked down here. So, like I said before, I put my guy right on the edge here to try to bait these armies down into this area here, and then what happened is exactly what we wanted to happen, is them come down here, us kick back, kill their armies, and then push forward. So that plan worked out exactly as I had envisioned it, so that's excellent. Oh yeah, my agent. That's what I need to move yet.
Moving off.
Moving off. So I'm glad about that. Shogun 2 was his last big-time full overhaul, right? A lot of people really liked his Shogun overhaul. And, I know he did some decent stuff before that, too. Not like I knew him personally or anything, so I don't know, maybe he was... I can't speak to his, like, actual personality, but as far as mods were concerned, he did a pretty good job. Alright, I'm going to run this turn, and I'm going to go use the latrine, because I need to do that, and also I'm going to stretch my legs just a little bit. But I will return momentarily. Thank you guys for watching. All you people from Alish's stream, thank you so much for hanging out. But I'll be back in just a second. Okay, everybody. Alright, what do we got going on here? Cragall's a Findle. You know what, sure. Do we fight? Do we fight? Do we fight? Do we fight? I'm pretty damn positive. I fought one of these fights earlier, but I'm gonna fight it again just because. So we should be able to win this. The bats, once again, are going to be a problem, but... does SFO still do the thing where many of the buildings give you a unit in Garrison, but also reduce your income? I think so. Yeah. It's been a little bit since I played SFO. But yeah, I was doing that last time I played it. Which is interesting, obviously. So that put you there. On fewer buildings? Oh, okay. Gotcha. So they reduce the... Did they reduce the amount... the miners back here, I guess. They reduce the amount of buildings that just reduce your income, or... And leave the garrison stuff alone, or do they... Is it both? Reduce the stuff that gives you garrisons and the and the ones that affect your money. The temples and garrisons for Empire. Don't know about the other races. Okay.
Pontiacs!
Pontiacs. Most of still give garrisons? Okay.
Thunderers!
Gotcha.
For the ancestors!
Gonna layer these guys here, so when the bats come in and attack these guys, we'll have these guys shoot the bats that are attacking. Right, yeah, I got your meaning. Yeah, I think that's one of those divisive things, like whether you like that or not about SFO is kind of like up to your individual preferences. I didn't mind it too much, but I could see why some people wouldn't like it. I guess I didn't like love it either. It just didn't really bug me for the most part. I didn't sit there going, man, I wish this wasn't the case.
Thunderers!
Thunderers.
Kill orcs!
Yeah, I'll try to shoot these bats into face.
War of vengeance!
Try to swap these out for the miners.
Thunderers! Hit them!
Get off my range units, you. Here come those bats.
Charge!
Freaking bat boys.
For the High King!
There we go. Yeah, we'll do that.
Quarterlets!
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I get the feeling that there's more bats, like, hella flanking us right now. Like, going all the way around. The full, like, 180 flank. Well, these guys are going for the 360 flank. They're gonna go all the way around. Oh, no, maybe not.
No! Bring them down! Get moving! Reach far! Reach fast! Thunderers!
Meanwhile, in the backfield, at least a bunch of these bats are actually attacking my longbeards as well, so that's nice. Saves my range units a little bit of trouble.
It is a reckoning! Thunderers!
Have you guys run into here. We're gonna engage that shit.
Nothing could stop
Kill you guys back off this.
Get ready for a breakdown!
Hey, Derpastic, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it.
Quarterlets! Range firepower! Ready!
Alright, pull you guys back off that.
Thunderers! Classroom!
Let's have you guys
Go!
shoot these fellows on this side.
For the High King!
Roll you guys around on that. That should be fine.
Nothing can stop us!
Let's see, where can we get a good group here? There's like a mass of skeletons right there. If we can shoot down into that, that'll be perfect. My leader is basically buried in the middle of all these dudes, but I think that's actually fine. I think he'll be alright. I'll just keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't, like, if something stupid happen to him.
Vengeance!
Okay, you guys can start going this way.
Move now!
Just try to walk
Charge!
past these bats. Excuse me, bats. Pardon me, coming through. Oh, no.
Ready to
Fine,
serve!
apparently the bats will not let me walk past.
The clans unite!
They refuse. I refuse. Oh, here we go.
Aye!
Alright, we'll spin you guys around to shoot that. Spin you guys around to shoot that as well. Actually, we'll spin you guys around to shoot that. Try to get these
Move!
thunderers out on this flank here.
Blow
Light into that
through!
side. Alright, well, he's getting a little bit scuffed here, so let's try to back him up just ever so slightly.
Quarterlers! Move
Oh,
up!
he's his leader.
This is an order!
Run on him, I guess.
We demand blood!
Alright, you guys can come out this side too. I think the bats are basically handled at this point, looks like. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll put these guys here, and when they get close, we'll just take these guys and fold them out along the side a little bit more.
Quarterlers! Plow through!
Just let those guys keep shooting.
Kill orcs!
Miners, I guess, could just kind of like join in here and punch shit.
Thunderers!
There we go. This.
Go!
You know, like Val sticking to him and killing him like yesterday? Yeah, jeez Louise. It does seem like some races get bad garrisons. They do. That is 100% true. Some factions just have bad garrisons. Like they thought certain units would be bombed when they designed them, they predicted wrong. I think intentionally some of the factions get bad garrisons. I don't think that's totally a mistake. I could be wrong, but I feel like I feel like some of those factions just are supposed to not rely on their garrisons. So I think Bretonia's was intentional because of the fact that you get walls for just having a high-level city. So like the actual guys inside the city were not as good intentionally because of that fact. I think the vampires aren't really necessarily supposed to have fantastic garrisons. So they're a much more active faction. Because they don't have any ranged units, so, like, you kind of want to be the aggressor when you're the vampires in pretty much all cases. So it kind of like plays to their strength to be like on the attack rather than sitting in their cities and just kind of like holding people back.
Let us bleed for the clan.
Same thing goes for the factions that like don't get walls, like Norsca. So I feel like their garrison is definitely intentionally worse, but I feel like that's not like that doesn't work out with the way that they were designed overall because of the just. I think their campaign is bad, is what I'm getting at. So whether or not they went with your defenses are lesser because you're supposed to be an aggressive faction thing on purpose or not, it doesn't work out very well just because of the way their campaign is like not balanced. Castles work in real life, you wouldn't need big garrisons to defend. They're huge force multipliers. Well, I mean, true. We are. The way that fortifications and stuff work in this game are a lot departed from real life, but, you know. The siege battle maps are arguably the worst thing about this game. So, you know. Yeah, Norskins don't get walls. Which I would be fine with if the rest of their campaign wasn't completely broken and stupid. I agree, the Norsca campaign is dog shit, that's why I made the Norsca overhaul mod. Alright, well, we just fought this fight. Only this time there's Dugrim Mountainfast, who literally has killed off armies by himself. So I think we're just going to auto-calculate this one. And he got an accurate 344 kills. In real life, armies don't siege enemy cities with dragons and wizard. Yeah, I mean, you can point at that, but also the battle maps for the sieges are just not great to begin with, so I can't like totally put the blame on it being fantasy, so it's gonna be weird. Like, the battle maps for frickin' cities are just kind of silly. They don't. What kind of stuff did you change, Slander, in your overhaul?